Hi, this is Ian Magaha, and we are taking a look at the final problem in problem set number 4. So, this final problem is all about allowing the computer to actually play the game itself. So, our new functions that were provided to us for the comp choose word. So, this is just the computer choosing a word. Given a hand in a word list, find the word that gives the maximum value score and just return it to us. That's just what that function does, excuse me. And then we are also going to have the function computer play hand. So that's just going to be the computer actually playing a hand. And then, so this is where we're actually doing the problem. So we want to implement play game once again, but this time we're going to allow for the user to either tell a computer to play the game or to allow the user to play the game itself. So we're once again, like previously, we're going to ask the user to input N, R, or E, and the cases are the same. If you hit E, you exit the game. If you hit N or R, you're going to hit, or if you hit N, you're going to play a random hand. If you hit R, you're going to replay your previous hand. But additionally, we want to input the user to input a U or C to indicate if the user is playing a game or if the computer is going to play a game. And obviously, if they don't put a U or C, we're going to want to tell them that that letter isn't accepted or whatever their input isn't accepted. And we're going to keep asking them to input a correct character for us. And then, so we're going to, so switch functionality based on the above choices. If the user inputs N, play a new random hand. If the user inputs R, play the last hand. If the user puts U, user plays. If user puts C, then computer is going to play. So, and then obviously with play hand, every time we play, or sorry, with play game, every time we play a hand, we are going to want to repeat the whole process again. So prompt for N, R, or E, and then prompt for U or C. So for this function, we are going to want to initially initialize a hand by just using our randomized deal hand function. So just given a new random hand, we're going to have a while statement. It's going to loop until we break out because it's while true. So first we're going to tell the user to input N, R, or E, and then we're going to take in that input with our answer variable right here. And if the answer they provide is not N, R, or E, we're going to tell them that it's an invalid input and they need to input N, R, or E. Once again, we're going to ask them to put in another input. We're going to save that in our answer variable. And if that answer is N, R, or E, we're going to break out. And then if the answer is E, break out of the whole while loop. The game is done. Let me remove this. There we go. Yeah, so if they hit E, then the game is done and we're gonna break out. Let's see. And then we are going to want to print for the user, or sorry, we're gonna want to prompt the user to hit U for user play or hit C for computer play. And then we're going to store this in a second variable called answer number 2. And it's just taking in that input. If the answer is not U or C, we are going to want to tell them that it's an invalid input until they actually input a U or C. And then we check to see if it's a U or C right here. If it is, then we're going to break out of this while statement right here and then start going through these if statements. So if the answer they provide if the first answer they provided was N, meaning they wanted to play a new random game, we're going to have two different if statements nested within. If they inputted U for user play, then we're going to call our normal play hand after initializing, or excuse me, changing hand to a new randomized hand. And then if instead of hitting U for user play, they hit C for computer play, we're also going to randomize the hand, but this time we're going to call the computer play hand function. Else if it wasn't in and it was R, then we want to check to see if it was user play. If it's user play, this time we do not want to randomize the hand. We want to keep it the same. So we're just going to take in whatever the hand was previously. And if the second answer was C, meaning they wanted to play computer play, we hit the computer play hand function. So let's test this, excuse me. So we're gonna start a new game. So input in, and then it's gonna prompt us to hit U or C. Well, let's hit A. What happens? That is an invalid input. Please choose U or C. Let's hit A again. All right, still mad at us. So let's hit U for user play. It's gonna provide us with our hand. If we type in our words, that's not a valid word. Yak. There we go. We can see it works as usual. We can add a period, and it's going to tell us that the game is over and our total score is 34. And like in our play game, it's going to prompt us once again to play again. So let's hit R here to replay the previous hand. And this time, let's hit C for computer play. So this is going to take a couple minutes because while the human brain moves pretty fast, the computer brain is checking every single word in word list to see if they can make it. So it's probably going to take 1 or 2 minutes. So we can sit here and kind of just watch it do its magic. This truly is taking forever. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the computer has beat me in one singular guess. It guessed KO and earned 44 points. So total score is going to be 44 points for him. And they are still going because they have an RQ and a W. I hope they realize pretty soon that they cannot make any word from that. So I guess we can just sit here and wait until the computer decides that there's literally nothing it can do. All right, and the computer finally realized that it was unable to make any more words. So it is it finished its hand, and the total score that it returned was 44 points. So it beat me by a good 10 10 points, unfortunately. So got a better score. It did take forever to get those guesses, so I guess it has that against me. But let's see. And then if we hit E right here, we go ahead and break out. So that is our play hand function implemented with the ability for a computer to play.